All the single furries, all the single furries, all the single furries, all the single furries, all the single furries.
Hey, could you please not have that in my video, please? Now, sorry about that. Let's roll the intro. G'day fellow creatures of the internet, this is the most must-see Argonian here on YouTube, Bruzo Dragonius. Now, for this topic, I don't seem to have any expertise in this. I know for sure that, yes, I'm single and that. I know for sure that I feel that I should be the last one to talk about this subject, as that I'm single. I don't have a girlfriend within, or any opposite spouse in the furry fandom, nor in general. I'm just a single person, I'm just some single lizard in this video. But however, I'm going to talk to you about this subject because, well, you see, I've been requested that I should talk about this by someone else because I have some requests at it. And I know for sure that this topic, besides with all the choices of videos to make, that could be like list videos, whether it's the top 10 of my favourite artists, the top 10 Fursuit performers, and my top favourite Fursuit makers, plus the other one, but someone had said other and wanted me to talk about no-suiting, which I'm going to eventually do an Argonian.POV episode on. This is just a PG-13 type channel and I intend to keep it that way. So, what do we know about the relationships within the furry fandom? I'm just going to start off by just bringing in the stats that I know. From what I know, and this is just within some survey that I just looked, in a persona species type website, that survey site, is that, well, the majority of the furry fandom itself identify themselves as fully male. Whether it's just, well, some margin of some sort where there's like people that identify themselves as fully female, transgender, or cisgender, or whatever arounds the sexual preference or within the LGBT spectrum. But speaking of the LGBT spectrum, a large percent of the furry fandom itself is within the LGBT, is also, I might add, within the LGBT community. And yeah, there are some straight guys, you know, like me and that. Not to mention that there's some other statistics that I just remember looking at, just researching for this video, is that there are most furries who are dating non-furries, more than, of course, furries dating other furries. And there's a thing because, well, you know, it could be a good chance that if you are a furry yourself, or within any cosplay community, the non-furry or the normie, as people may call it in the fandom, are pretty much more likely to be open to this fandom of yours, to a point that they can pretty much be converted. I know for sure that this is one of those buzzwords that I am bringing up, converted, which means, well, converting a non-furry successfully into a furry fandom, like, you know, what other people are most likely do when they're converted, as in they tend to be really into the furry fandom, to the point being is that they identify themselves as being a furry. Maybe there's some times where, you know, your partner and that may most likely get the fact that you are furry, but may not want anything to do with it, but at the same time that they're fully supported, and I mean supportive of you being a furry. Maybe they might go to another step further and want to become a furry themselves. Maybe if you're a fursuit yourself, maybe your partner might want a fursuit as well, and are looking into getting a fursuit for themselves of their own character. Like, such example of this is this story that I heard from Zabu and Queen Babylon. Like, I have been a long time subscriber of Zabu the Circle. You know, there's a lot of stories that I pretty much heard from him and that. I remember this story video with what Zabu had explained is that he did not know much about the furry fandom, if not all of the furry fandom, if it weren't for Queen Babylon. And yeah, I know for sure that Queen Babylon is now a Sergal, like her future husband. I know that they're not married yet, or spouse to be. Babylon herself, throughout high school, had conferred with Zabu to become the furry that we know and love. And there's other cases like that. Just know that, just bear with me on the subject because, well, to be honest with you, I think that Bakari is more better at explaining this than me. Just saying. But, yeah, so, and another thing is that furries are not really that much into dating other furries anyway. And that's understandable, because the fact being is that because the small percentage of females to males in the fandom, as statistics are in it. Since that I got that out of the way, now I just wanted to talk to you about, well, how to maintain or how to get have start up a relationship with someone else, whether it's being outside or the inside of the furry fandom, or inside the furry fandom, I might say. Now, don't get me wrong, because, well, just like what Bakari said in her video on her relationships, what she said or what she advises isn't necessarily law, and what I'm about to say isn't that much law either. But being in a furry fandom myself, even though that I don't have a committed relationship with someone, but I tend to have a couple of friends that I met within the furry community that has a boyfriend in the fandom, whether it started out but I think that all you need to do is to just look around and that, whether it's going into conventions and that, a lot of furries tend to talk about their personas or their fursuit of themselves. Maybe they want to talk about, they are really keen on talking about who made their fursuit with their makeup. They might want to talk about the species and that, and where the species originated from. Maybe if your persona, like me for instance, is off a video game, maybe that they're very keen on talking about the universe that their character are from. Like, for example, considering that Argonians, like what I am now, are pretty much from the Elder Scrolls games, I could say, well, people might presume, and they are correct at this, saying that I am a huge fan of Elder Scrolls. Because, well, if not, I wouldn't be what I am right now, in Argonian talking to you. Maybe there's something else that a person may like. Maybe that person are into dragons or cats or dogs or whatever species that you are. So if you want to start a relationship, having a friendship in general, just start up something of what they want to talk about, or what they're really most keen on talking about. Because you know what, with us furries, well, we like to talk about who we are, who made our species. If we are fursuiters, we're keen on talking about who's our maker. For instance, a fursuiter may be, for example, a Morpholess fursuiter, or Skypro, or Donna Cacti, or Sparky Can Do, or whoever. This is an example that I'm bringing this. And yeah, I am pretty much repeating myself in that. This is just one way of, starting a relationship with someone, is to pretty much just find things in common with each other and that. And you are more likely to find friends in furry conventions that you go to. Not only furry conventions, but hell, you can find other friends in cosplay conventions as well. Or whether it's not only conventions, but pretty much in fur meets or other events. But just bear in mind that you do tend to like the one's costume and that, whether it's, you tend to meet one of your favourite puppy furs, like, for instance, Bakari or Telephone or Majira or whoever the hell that you like. But just remember, just because that you like this person in particular, I don't think it would be healthy just for your mentality as well as theirs if you start to, follow them like their shadow, or as a little puppy dog, literally and metaphorically. This is just one law that we fursuiters and cosplayers take dearly, and this rule should be followed within both the cosplay community as well as the furry community, and that is, repeat after me, costume is not consent, okay? Costume is not consent, and that is a huge rule, even with that, because you see, there may be some cute animal that you do like, but past the marks in that, they're only human, because you see, you wouldn't tend to go around bothering people that are just humans and that, so why would you just constantly bugging them around just because that you like their costume. Not only, actually no, don't take it the wrong way. Like, following them around, even when they need some time to themselves, like in their room, for example, because, you know, people can get really freaked out from that. You see, there's a lot of reports, or from what I heard. So please, it doesn't matter who you like. You know, they have a life outside of Furry Fandom as well, and especially at conventions where they just tend to want to like have a bit of a rest or whatever in their rooms. Don't go around following them because it's not healthy. And if you're one of these people like that are obsessing over a fursuiter, please get help. Please, I'm begging you, please get help. And there's another thing that's really of what Bakari said in her video with this, and this is what humans do in general, is that, well, it's pretty much true or something like that. But from what I learned, especially what I learned back in school, is that, well, to determine whether a person in the furry fandom is so much interested in you, look down on their feet. If their feet pointed towards you, they want to be with you. They want to approach you. But if their feet turns away, they don't feel comfortable around you, or they don't want to be with you, or they've got other things to do then, or better things that they wanted to do besides hanging around you. I know for sure that yes, I'm pretty much talking exactly what Bakari said in her video about this topic, and I pretty much have this, like outside of fandom, I pretty much had this happen to me a couple of times. But just because that they're laughing at you doesn't mean that they are being that mean, because the thing about it is that you may say something that's funny or something like that, or something that really amuses them, and they actually laugh. And you know that laughter, if they laugh at your jokes or laugh at what you said, do you actually know that they actually like you as well? Which I didn't even know that, but, you know, I've been in these type of situations myself, you know, even outside of fandom, because, well, you see, I just talked about some things that I watched on, like, TV or whatever, or talking about a TV show, or what's on the radio, and, you know, I just explained some couple of things that they do on the radio, or some of the presenters done on the radio, or especially on a TV show. Sorry that I repeated myself there. And maybe that they find funny, but that also means a clear indication that the person laughing at you, well, they invited you into their circle of friends, meaning that they like you. That's what I mean. But what if that you can't really afford to go to conventions to find other friends and that, or whatever, and say for instance that you want to meet other furries and that. Well, there's a thing called the internet. Meet other furries through social media. Like, for instance, there's plenty of social media sites where you can talk to other furries, like, for instance, Facebook, Twitter, Furry Amino, or there's a lot of furry Discord servers and furry groups on Telegram. Like, even though that I do have like a Discord and a Telegram as well as my own personal Facebook page, and I do talk to a lot of furries and that, and I ended up being friends with other furries, even through Furry Amino. You know, Amino is a heap awesome site where you can find people that you have in common with, therefore you find more better friends. There's even some Facebook group or furries where it's just around the world, maybe in your home country. Hell, there are even there's some other group pages that of furries that's living around your area. Especially when you're the only furry that lives in a small town, and the nearest furry that you're friends with lives, I don't know, probably around 200 odd kilometers away. Say for instance that right here in Newcastle, you know, you have what if your closest friends in the distance, like geographically, like in the distance from here to Sydney, for instance. So it is great to also look for other furries or other Facebook groups within the local area as you possibly can as well. So if you can't really afford to go to conventions or haven't got any mates, maybe that the good old-fashioned internet would help you find friends. Well, for those living in Newcastle or around the greater Newcastle area, I'm talking about Australia, by the way, Newcastle, Australia, not Newcastle, upon time England, just saying. I think this topic is the most appropriate topic of just advertising this pet project of mine, which I started a local furry group page. I started a Facebook group page for furries, finding other furries within my hometown and the greater area of my hometown, which is Newcastle. I'll put the link to that in the description below, just so you can check it out. I know for sure that yes, I'm one of the admins in that, but or whatever. So if you're, living the Hunter region of New South Wales or wherever, that would be really handy for you. That's the best possible thing, or the best possible opinion that I can give out to you, or my way, the best possible way of me talking about this topic, which is relationships in the furry fandom. So anyway, so please just comment down what you think of how I bring this video together, of about how I put this talking to you right now about this topic. I do the best that I can, so I hope you bear with me. Maybe that you've got your own opinions on the relationships within the furry fandom yourself. So if you do, you're more than welcome to comment down in the description below. If you want some other ideas for me to do like in my videos, you're more than welcome to just comment down in the description below. If you think that I do good in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share this with your friends. I do encourage you to share this with your friends. If you do, thank you very much. If you're new to this channel, please click the subscribe button and press the bell icon so you'll be the first person to know. If you do enjoy this video, thank you. Especially to my current subscribers, thank you so much. Do that. The usual links to my social media is also in the description below. For you, if you want to check it out. If you want to friend me or play with me on the PSN, or if you want to, find me somewhere in Tamarind or something like that, please look out for please look out for this when you're playing Elder Scrolls Online. And not only that, but the gaming tag that I have is Bruzo21. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, thank you so much. I love you and appreciate you all. You matter. You're awesome. Hashtag my human self is ugly. And as always, thank you for watching, and may the Hiss guide you all. Bye for now.